Hello and welcome back. Design number 11. 2 colors, and this is simple but so beautiful design. There is no carry over yarn much. It's just in one round, and I do carry my yarn up. So I will start this time with the gray color yarn just to show you the difference when you change yarn color. And you always start the way you normally start. I start with chain 4 and I will make 4 clusters, each separated by chain 2, and that will be my round number 1. If you need instruction how I make one color granny square, there will be a link in the description together with other 10 links for the 10 designs we learned already in 2025. So I'm finishing the round number 1, and because I need to change yarn color, I will show you how I do that. I will slip stitch, completely close this round, and then I can cut this one. I don't need that. It was a slip knot, so it's secure. And now I just place my new color yarn, pull that stitch down, and make slip stitch and pull down. And this is how I change yarn color. But again, if you have your own way, just do your own way that you're more familiar with. The reason why I'm doing this way, I like my first chain 3 to be in the center of the chain space. So now we are working again clusters of 3 double crochet and only making chain 2 in the corners. If you're familiar with granny square, work independently, and I will see you at the end of this round. If you are new to crochet and to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy you joined us today. Once you get familiar with one color granny square, you are able to change the yarn color and make different designs. And that's what we are doing today. And I want to show you how I carry the yarn up, because I will use that yarn again in round number 4. So this is the round number 2, and place my yarn on my working yarn, and I slip stitch and pull the stitch all the way down. That yarn now is secure, and I can just ignore that yarn and work my round number 3 with this working yarn. And as you see, I'm finishing round number 3, and I will do the same thing. I will slip stitch, I will place the yarn on top of my working yarn, and I use my working yarn to slip stitch and pull that stitch all the way down. And I will start my round number 4. Round number 4 is the round that we will be carry over yarn and switching every cluster. So you always finish your previous cluster with new color yarn. So the 3rd double crochet, change yarn color, and again, make sure your yarn tension is a little bit looser. You want this square to be flexible. When changing yarn color, always bring your new color yarn from the back of your project up front. So your old color yarn should always stay closer to you. And you're twisting that yarn over and over and again. And because I'm twisting this yarn, those 2 yarns, you might went up with a lot of twisted yarn. See, just like that. But because we are doing this only in one round, I believe you can manage that. So what's the most important thing about this round is to keep your yarn tension looser and make sure you always change the yarn color every cluster. That's it. Once you complete this round, I will show you last round, and there will be one thing important in the next round is to minimize exposure of carryover yarn. Now we can cut the yarn and make sure you cut the correct color. With this design, your design color is the one that you start your square with. We are now using our main color yarn to make one more round, and it's very important when you get to any space where contrasting yarn is more visible on the right side. Just like here, you see that little line kind of going down. So you place your hook under that yarn and you incorporate that yarn into your stitches, making stitches around this yarn, and that will hide that yarn to the wrong side. Here it's fine because we're using the same color yarn. You do this only when the contrasting color yarn is visible. So work all around, making sure you pick up that carryover yarn where it's needed. And once we are done, we slip stitch and we can cut the yarn and hide the ends. I have many videos how to hide ends, so please watch them if you need help with that. Okay, so we are done. Let's see how this design will look like with reverse colors. I actually like the one where the darker color is the contrasting color yarn, this one. But it's your preference. Enjoy this pattern and many of your projects, and I hope I see you next time. Have a wonderful day.